Hello and welcome to the Nintendo Network. It is the month of May in the world of New Horizons, and as we grow our little communities, we must not forget our dream to complete the Critterpedia. So let's once again go over the bugs and fish that are leaving at the end of May in Animal Crossing New Horizons in the Southern Hemisphere. Let's start with bugs. A total of 10 are leaving. First off is the Monarch Butterfly, which will commonly be fluttering about from the hours of 4 a.m. to 5 p.m. If you're not finding it, make sure to plant some more flowers to attract more bugs. If you miss out on the Monarch before migration, it returns next March. The long locust is a common bug that can be found hopping around the grass from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. You shouldn't have too much trouble catching it, as you can just run up and swipe your net to grab it. If you miss out now, it returns in October. The Migratory Locust can be seen hopping about in the grass between 8 a.m. and 7 p.m. Much like the long locust, he's pretty easy to catch with your net. If you miss out now, it won't be until next February that the locust migrates back to the island. The rice grasshopper can be seen jumping around from 8 a.m. to 7 p.m., which is prime hours for all these jumping type bugs. Much like the locust, grab your net, run up and nab it. If you miss your chance now, it won't be until next February before you can grab it again. The cricket, much like the grasshopper, will be jumping about in your grassy areas on your island from 5 p.m. to 8 a.m. You'll have to be quick, as if you start to scare them off, it will start to hop away. If you miss out on it now, it won't be for another 9 months before you can capture it again. The mantis can be found crawling around on flowers that are on your island between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. You'll need to approach carefully, as it will go into an attack position, but if you are too quick, it will run away and not attack you. So no idea why it actually gets into an attack position. Just walk carefully in your flower gardens and you should be able to grab this guy pretty easily. If you miss out on the mantis now, you won't have to wait long, as it returns in September. The Orchid Mantis, much like its green cousin, can be found between 8 a.m. and 5 p.m. but on white flowers only, so it can blend into its surroundings better. Luckily, white flowers are common enough to buy from nooks crannies, so get planting. Much like the regular mantis, move in slowly and be careful and capture it. You will see it come back to your island in September. The Violin Beetle can be seen resting on tree stumps on your island 24 hours a day. Approach cautiously and this common beetle is yours. They return in November. The walking stick can be found on trees, so if you're hunting for it, be careful not to scare it away by running by it too quickly. It can be found during 2 different time frames of the day, from 4 a.m. to 8 a.m. and from 5 p.m. to 7 p.m. So early mornings and evenings for your convenience, I guess. This guy won't stick around for long, so grab it now or wait until next January. The flea is very unique in the manner of capturing it. You will need to see a villager walking around acting rather normal, but a black dot jumping off its head. That is the flea. You'll want to hit them in the head with the net, the only time it won't make the villager mad, and not only will you get a flea, but a grateful villager. This little bloodsucker returns in October. Time for the fish. The cherry salmon is an uncommon fish that can only be caught while in the clifftop areas. Clifftop areas are anything that you would need a ladder for, or if you put in an incline through resident services. Its shadow is medium to small and can only be caught between 4 p.m. and 9 a.m. If you miss out now, you'll have to wait till September for it to swim upstream once again. The char is an uncommon fish that can be found between 4 p.m. and 9 a.m. on the clifftop water areas. It has a medium to small shadow. If you miss out now, don't worry, you won't have to wait long for it to return in September. The golden trout is a near copy of the cherry salmon and char, only catchable in the clifftop areas from 4 p.m. to 9 a.m. and once he is gone, he'll return in September. The big difference? This baby will net you 15,000 bells. That, and they are slightly more rare, of course, so get fishing. The Mitten Crab is an uncommon fish, well, crustacean, that you can fish for in rivers between 4 p.m. and 9 a.m. You'll want to keep an eye out for a small shadow if you're looking for this little guy. If you miss it now, it won't be until next March before it comes back. The guppy is a rare fish that can only be caught in rivers between 4 p.m. and 9 a.m. You'll need to be fishing for tiny shadows to obtain this guy. If this little guy escapes your grasp, then you won't be able to get him until October again. The neon tetra is an uncommon fish that can be found in rivers. It can be caught by fishing for a tiny shadow during the hours of 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. It might be a bright idea to grab one now, as it won't be until October before you can obtain one again. The seahorse is an uncommon fish you can pull out of the sea. You want to look for a tiny shadow anytime during the day to obtain this little guy. If you miss out on him this season, he returns in November. These next two are very similar, so let's bunch them together. The zebra turkeyfish and the barred knifejaw. Both are fished out of the sea and are available 24 hours a day, and they both come from small to medium shadows. There are two key differences. First, the zebra turkeyfish is common to find, and the barred knifejaw is a bit more rare. Lastly, if you miss out on your chance here, you'll have to wait until October for the zebrafish, and only September for the knifejaw. Lastly, we have the ray, a rare fish that can be caught in the sea. You'll want to keep an eye out for large shadows, so be prepared to catch a lot of sea bass in your journey to collect this one. You'll need to find him between 4 a.m. and 9 p.m., and it won't be until February before he comes back to the coast. And that is every critter leaving in May for the Southern Hemisphere. Have you been able to obtain them all, or are you having some trouble? Let me know in the comments below. If you like this, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, join the Discord, and consider helping out on Patreon. As always, this is the Nintendo Network, signing off.